Welcome to today's lesson. The topic of today's lesson is mixed economy. Okay, before this time, you must have looked at other economic systems that a nation may decide to adopt. Nations may decide to go for capitalism, socialism, or today's topic, which is mixed economy. But for today's lesson, we are not going to look at capitalism and socialism. Instead, we are going to look at an economic system that has the feature of capitalism and socialism. And that type of economic system that has the feature of capitalism and socialism is mixed economy. Now, let us look at the definition of mixed economy. Mixed economy can be defined as the type of economic system in which both the private and public ownership of means of production and distribution exist together in a country. So what it means is that in mixed economic system, the nation does not go for only private or public. When the nation decides to adopt private economic system, it means that such a nation is going for capitalism, which is an economic system that has to do with the means of production and distribution being managed by a private individual. But when we talk about public, we talk about socialism. But looking at mixed economy, what it means is that the features of private and public enterprise, that is the features of socialism and capitalism, are mixed together. So what it means is that in a nation that practices mixed economy, the nation adopts both a mixture of capitalism and socialism. And that is why we say that in a mixed economic system, that the nation practices both private and public ownership of means of production and distribution. Then, under this type of economic system, what it means is that the resources or the means of production are jointly owned and managed, not just by the private or the public, but by the two parties. In other words, mixed economic system has the interest of the public and the private individuals at heart. So the system is a mixture of elements of both capitalism and socialism. Under this economic system as well, we look at a system that practices joint ownership and management of private and public interest. Okay, so having seen that mixed economy has to do with the combination of capitalism and socialism together, let us now look at some nations that practice mixed economy. Now, this mixed economy is practiced by countries such as Britain, Kenya, Mexico, and even Nigeria. In other words, when you look at the economy of Nigeria, you will see that the actors in the economy are both the private individuals and also the government. So when we talk about the government, we talk about the state. So when the state takes active part in the management, production, and distribution of income generating things. So in Nigeria, we see that the economy of Nigeria has both the state and the private individuals in active. Okay, let's look at the features of mixed economy. Now, in mixed economy, we see that there is joint participation. That is one of the things you can use to identify a nation that practices mixed economic system. Such a nation does what we call joint participation. So what it means is that in this type of business or in this type of economy, the private individuals or companies are also found, and also we see the state-owned companies. In other words, the participants in mixed economic system are both the private individuals and the government. Then the second one is joint decision. Because the participants in this type of economic system are both the government and the private individuals, therefore joint decisions are taken. Joint decision means that the state and the private individuals, they come together, team together, and decide what happens in the country in terms of the economy. The third one is freedom of choice. In a mixed economic system, there is freedom of choice. The state can decide to embark in a production of a particular commodity. Likewise, the private individuals. The private individuals, they are free to embark in production of any commodity that is not contraband. In other words, both the private and the public enterprise or individuals are free to cooperate and to produce, or even to do it individually. Then the fourth one is checks and balances. There is checks and balances in a mixed economic system. This is because there is no room for monopoly. In other words, people do not take undue advantage over others. The government cannot take monopoly of a particular economic system of a nation or sector of the economy. Likewise, the private individuals. That way, there is checks and balances. What it means is that there is no way that people can hijack a particular aspect of the economy and begin to monopolize on it or begin to make undue advantage over others. Then the fifth feature of mixed economic system that we have on the screen is economic freedom. There is economic freedom of private individuals. They are free to trade, to produce, or to distribute any form of commodity they choose to produce. And this one is also applicable to the government. And because there is economic freedom, that boils down to fair competition. There is fair competition in the sense that the nation allows mixed economic system, allows both the private and the public to take part. Because they are allowed, there is healthy competition and not unhealthy competition. Now let us look at the advantages of mixed economy. Of course, mixed economy encourages private initiatives. This is because private individuals can come up with new products. They can decide to come up with new products that can help to better the lives of individuals. And because they are fully allowed to take active participation in the economy, nobody puts a stop to whatever they want to do, provided it does not have negative effect on the citizens or the economy of the nation. If it means creating a particular commodity, creating their own brand of a particular commodity, nobody says they should put a stop to it. Then another one is freedom of choice. Because a nation practices mixed economy, there is freedom of choice. This is because there is no limitation as to what to produce and what to enjoy. So anybody that wishes to produce can venture into the business and takes up production maybe of a particular commodity and begins to produce. And nobody is also telling one not to enjoy a particular commodity. In other words, there is freedom of choice in what to produce, how to produce it, and even how to distribute it. In other words, mixed economy promotes private initiatives. Then another one is combination of good qualities of capitalism and socialism. Of course, we know that when you looked at capitalism, you discover that capitalism has benefits, or will I say advantages. For example, capitalism has hard work. It encourages hard work. It also encourages specialization. And in fact, there is economic competition and even hastens economic development. This implies that capitalism also has benefits. Then looking at socialism, Socialism also has benefits like absence of exploitation. When the government takes it upon themselves to embark in production of a particular commodity of high importance to the citizens, it helps to reduce exploitation. People cannot be exploited anyhow. And again, it also helps in creating employment opportunities, because when the government embarks in production of a particular commodity, they at the same time create employment opportunities for people. So if you look at capitalism and socialism, you will find out that capitalism and socialism, they have good qualities. And when a nation decides to practice mixed economy, that nation combines the good aspects of capitalism and socialism. The fourth advantage of mixed economy we have on the screen is equitable distribution of income. You see, in this type of economic system, income is distributed to both the private individuals and also the state. What it implies is that in this type of economic system, people can take part in the economy of the nation. And if they can take part in the economy of the nation, what it means is that the economy is not stereotyped. The rich does not use it to get richer. Now, because mixed economy has to do with combination of private and state, what it means is that the private individuals can take part. And by allowing the private individuals to take part in the production and distribution of goods and services, what it means is that there is equitable distribution of income. Another one is that it ensures economic development. This is because the private individuals, they come up with their private initiatives, and also the government supports, thereby ensuring economic development. Another advantage of mixed economy is job security. Job security. Now, in a system, there is job security because the state. Okay, the sixth point is job security. In a mixed economic system, we discover that the state takes part in the production and distribution of goods and services. That way, the state creates more job opportunities for people, and this at the same time ensures job security. The feeling that an individual is working for the government gives that person a sense of security in his or her job. Again, is that it prevents monopoly. Mixed economy prevents monopoly because the state comes in and then the private individuals also come in. And if the private individuals take part, likewise the state, what it means is that nobody takes undue advantage over the citizens by specializing in a particular commodity. Allowing the private individuals to manage a particular aspect of the economy means that such an individual can decide to hijack it and then begin to use the business to get undue advantage over others.